So, Bluestacks just got a little bit of an update. You can see that they got this new stuff up here. They got a little bit of stuff on the side as well. It also changed all your screen sizes, how we had to futz with it to get it to work, and everything like that. So I finally got the screen resolution figured out a bit. I might still keep, my foliage at the bottom and just take the whole entire screen and move it up that bit that's needed to get it to be back at the top. Instead of having the bar here at the top, I'll just move the screen on the recording side and my recording software side up and still keep the foliage at the bottom. I'll think about it. Either that, or we might just get rid of the foliage altogether. Who knows? And maybe even just enhance the screen size up, because I can I up the resolution a little bit. So here's what you guys gotta do. For those that are trying to go into it, you gotta go to Start, Run, type in regedit, or search and type in regedit. And with regedit, then you need to go to a particular file and area. So you need to go to HKey local machine. You need to go to software. You need to go to Bluestacks. You need to go to guests, to Android, to frame buffer, to 0. In here, I use my screen resolution is, let me take a look at my screen resolution. What am I? I am 1920 by 1080 on this particular one that I use for on this screen here. And so with that, then I had to change it to this pixel size for the guest height and width for it to work and actually fit within the confines of the screen there. I had to switch it to 1028 by 1920. So 1920 still, the width is still the same height, same stuff going on there. And then for the fix for the height was 1028, and that's basically the stuff here at the top. So this stuff here at the top takes up that additional chunk of space. So it's normally 1080 is its normal spot, but basically 1028 is what you have to make the height. Otherwise, it will give you black borders on each side. If you make it any taller, it'll give you the black borders. So I got it down to where it's every single last pixel I got back. Now give me my pixels, every single pixel I have back. Woohoo! So Bluestacks basically screwed my stuff up, so I had to fix Bluestacks before I could do some actual Castle Clash streaming here. I had to futz around with some regedit and get stuff going, Regedit, why not, right? Nothing like going into regedit and fixing stuff, right? So, yeah. So the fix for Bluestacks, if you want to get rid of your black bars. Now remember, you're doing this in the guest height, so that means you have to be full screen mode. I didn't change too much on the windowed height. Windowed height is when it's not full screen. So I just cared just to make it so I can get the full screen button. Once I get the full screen button, that's golden to me. I don't care about the windowed. So I just made it so I could see the windowed height. So I didn't futz with that too much. I cared mostly about the guest height and guest width, which is basically what you see inside of full screen mode. So for the ones that use Bluestacks to fix it, if you're going to the new version of Bluestacks, this is Bluestacks version 2. So Bluestacks version 2, the fix that I found to make it a good full screen experience where you get rid of those stupid black bars when you're on a 1920 by 1080. Of course, this changes for different people's resolutions. You just have to futz. You keep the height the same as your screen. You don't change the width. You make it to the same thing as your monitor, and then you futz around with the height until you get it to right where you get rid of the black bars on the sides and on the top. If you got black bars on the sides, that means you made it too tall or too short. If you have black bars on the top and bottom, that means it's not tall enough. So just, make it a little bit bigger, shrink it down as needed. So if it's too big, you're going to get black bars on the sides. If it's too small, you're going to have black bars on the top and bottom. So that's how you can go to fix it. So for Bluestacks people, that's how you fix that. Oh, fun. Been a while since I was in regedit for Bluestacks, but yeah. So the new version of Bluestacks, we'll fix it up in a bit more. So that means we can maybe get our foliage back, our foliage that we have down here that we had in the past. With that, I might just use my editing software and move the screen stuff up a bit and chop this stuff off on the top then. With chopping it off on the top, it doesn't become so bad. So we would get rid of this stuff, or we could expand it. Just take this part and expand it up, which then it looks a little stretched, but who knows. Doesn't look too bad. I was looking at the resolution there. The response factor, I don't know. The old Bluestacks maybe felt like it was a little bit more responsive. Maybe I need to increase the RAM again. The RAM. Gotta remember how to do that, huh? So I believe the RAM is still inside there for that. In there. So it looks like the memory we have set at 1 gig, so about 2 gigs. So you can see it looks like it's under Android right there, memory. So we could probably modify that, but I would have to go back in. So it's about 2 gigs of RAM. We can maybe give it 4 gigs. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. So we've got some boot parameters for that program, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, other than that, I think that's about what we pretty much care to fuss with today for our good stuff. So I might jack up the memory to 4 gigs just to, give it a bit more. I think 4 gigs is probably what it's going to need, just so it has a little bit, quicker response time. Because I feel like the older Bluestacks just responded so much quicker. Could be wrong. I could be just having biased. Do we play some CC now? Sure, we can play some CC. Or show you what we're going to be doing for CC in the upcoming little bits. So I can show you guys a little bit of CC. I'm starting to work on my sniper team. For those that don't know, Guild Wars is important. Fame is important. Work on your sniper team. Why do I have this Chiantar here? Maybe because it's going to be part of my sniper team? Possibly, yes. So basically, if you're going against arrow towers, a great way... Kitty cat, behave. A great way to deal with arrow towers and also revive your heroes is Chiantar. Chiantar can revive your heroes, reduce the damage you take. So I'm going to do a mix of, I think for my full sniper team, is going to be a mix of... Hey, cat, stop it. Calm down, Mr. Cat. Cat wants attention. Oh, they're on drugs. All right, so for my sniper team, I think I'm going to be obviously keeping Ares, Warlock, Cupid. That's my core team. I'm going to be adding in Chiantar. I'm going to be swapping in sometimes Pixie and a Reaper. And then obviously still have Dreadrake and Ghoulam on backup as needed sometimes. And I'll use a mix of that team depending upon who I'm fighting. And with that, update Phantom King. I don't think, did the patch come out already? I don't think the patch came out. If it did, I wasn't really paying attention. Maybe it did. I wasn't paying attention. So let's hire with shards, legend. I don't think the Phantom King's out yet. Yeah, the Phantom King is not out yet. The Phantom King is not out yet. No patch yet. How many days left for the update? Who knows? That's sort of just up to whoever wants to guess on that. Usually the update would have already hit, but it looks like either they're holding off for the iOS update to have Android and iOS hit at the same time, or maybe there was an issue with the... Because usually the Android side we would get it first, but it looks like they're doing Android and iOS at the same time. So I really don't know when it's going to hit. Usually it would have hit by now already, but it did not. It did not. So I don't know when it's going to drop. So that's what it is. The Italian server already has it. Cool. Yeah, we don't have it yet. Not yet. Not yet. But that'd be cool if we get it to. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you kindly. So, Bluestacks, it's pretty interesting. We got little changes, as you can see. I do think the color looks a little bit better than it did before. Maybe Bluestacks is, increasing its fidelity maybe a little bit more, but I don't know. I do know that I had to futz with around Bluestacks to get it working at least properly-ish. It updated. I might go back to the old version, but I might be okay with sticking with the newer version. Just to... Because I do pay for Bluestacks, so I don't do the ad version, I do the actual paid version. So might as well stick with the newest, latest, and greatest. I had to do some fixes to get it to work. Hopefully for those that are just turning in for the Bluestacks, you guys can see how to do the fixes for yourself and get that going. But for the people who are here for Castle Clash, I guess we can do a little clashing, little clash on. For those that are wondering, we're actually doing this live. I'll put in the chats for YouTube here, so it makes more sense. I'm not just talking to myself being a crazy person. There is a chat here for the YouTubers. That's not part of Bluestacks. That is part of XSplit or whatever you use for your recording software. If you're throwing something in there, that's more that. So. But there we go. We got our chat back in for. I don't have this going to Twitch right now. It's just going to YouTube's because I was just doing a sort of how-to for Bluestacks, how to get it going for the new version of Bluestacks. Bluestacks version 2. Version 2 sort of surprised me when they popped the stuff to the top, changed all the settings, made it so it's a bit weird, but that's fine. That's fine. But it looks to be not so bad, not so bad at all. So yeah, it's looking okay. I think we got it pretty much for the most part fixed. Doesn't look like we really switched anything. It's looking about right. Sizing seemed to be appropriate. Just started, yeah. So I'm going to be working on some heroes for the next little bit. It's going to take me a bit going. So everyone knows I've been working on Ares, Cupid, Warlock. You know, those three little heroes, you know, are fairly common for me to play now for sniping for Guild Wars, as well as, you know, Dread Drake and Golem for that little combo. But I'm also now going to be bringing into play Triantar. I'm going to be bringing in play Pixie, and I'm going to be bringing into play our good old friend Reaps, the Reapas. Reaper I'm going to probably do more last-ish. He's not going to be as, you know, important. He's just going to be sort of useful in there. But I'm going to be getting those up. So that means I'm not going to probably doubly evolve Golem, not for a little bit. And then I'm going to start single and doubly evolving. Probably Triantar first, because his revive is so crucial. You could go against the base, kill their heroes, and then or have some of your heroes die off, and then just come in and revive them all again. Just bring them back. But I do need a 5/5 revitalize. God, I wish I had a 5/5 revitalize, because then that doesn't matter where you spawn Triantar on the map. You just plop them down, all your heroes would come back to life, and you'd be right back to just rocking them. So that's something there. That's something. Now, Phantom King might come into play for the sniper team, but I don't know. People are saying he targets buildings as well. If he targets buildings as well, that's sort of why Candy Cane is not like on my sniper team for certain. Candy Cane I just throw in there right now because, you know, it's what I got. Candy Cane is not the best one for a sniper team. She's just what I have. So I use her because I have her. It would be better to use maybe a healer like this to keep your healers going, because this targets heroes and then hits their heroes. So this targets their heroes, which is a good thing. We want to kill their heroes. So we'd also, Reaper's a good thing, but Reaper can target troops as well. So Reaper can have a problem with the troops, but doesn't target buildings at least. So it does hit their heroes, which is good. So I'm going to be futzing with those things. I'm going to be getting those up in the next little bit just to make our sniper team ever so powerful. And then we're going to just go. And once I get those up and at least evolved once, you don't have to worry. I got cards for all those heroes that we just listed. Triantar, I got more than anyone cares. I actually got 2 Triantars just sitting in my guild, in my altar as well. So got that going, and obviously I got the Pixies over here, and I got some Reaps over here. So I got them. They're all good. We don't have to worry too much about those. So Tree Dude, he's coming along. We're gonna actually get him probably evolved in the next few days, and then double evolve him in the next little bit too. So he's gonna come along, and we're gonna power level his skill. Look how many cards we got. So he's gonna get power leveled. So that's how it's going. Well, that's my real life job. I'm a nerd. I'm a nerd. So, simple as that. Computer nerd-ish. So, there you go. Alright, so, there we go. Changes with Bluestacks. Changes with my setup for Castle Clash. What we're going to be doing for our Snipe team. Going to be, like I said, we're putting lots of effort into our Snipe team. In fact, I might drop some money to get my Snipe team powered up level faster. And then we're going to test and show you guys the Snipe team in action. We're going to just attack any base at random. And we should be able to wreck anyone at random. Any base. Anyone. And just wreck, even the top accounts, and just wreck them. The whole entire reason why we're doing this is we're trying to really prepare for those totems, and those totems are going to be difficult. But if you could revive your heroes, because obviously Treantor revives your heroes, so say you run into a totem, your heroes die, oh well, revive them. Simple as that. You don't drop Treantor off the bat unless you're dealing with an arrow tower base to reduce the damage that you're taking. So you got to really focus, and I'll try and show you when you should use an arrow tower or when you should use a Golem with Treantor and when you should not. So with that, all that stuff in combination is how we're going to be able to attack just about anyone and destroy their base, even with them having totems. And that is the key to making this changes that they're doing, the guild wars and bases and stuff, still doable, so you can get your max points. Alright, so we'll talk about that again later in the future, but I just wanted to sort of do this video for Bluestacks people, and the stuff here at the end is obviously just extra Castle Clash fun. But I do got to get rolling. I got to get going because I do have work today. Alright, have a good one, guys. Have a good one. This is a short one, just sort of an update. I would have made another video other than this Bluestack one if Bluestacks didn't update and have weird stuff going on with it. But since we're done with our Bluestack stuff now, we fixed it up. Looks good enough. I will make the adjustments where either I move this top bit, move this and get this gone, make it gone, or do something with it. We'll see. We'll see. All right. Have a good one, guys. Have a good one. See you guys soon. Take care. Take care. Have a good one.